Hey y'all, and welcome. I'm FNG007 here on my YouTube channel, aka Living for the Second in Real Life. And starting today, we're going to be playing through some 7 Days to Die. And as you can see here, we do have the Romero mod installed and a few other mods um, of a buddy of mine's choosing to play what we would refer to as, like dead end style. And so I'm going to be calling this series, Welcome to Dead End. But this is a 7 Days to Die playthrough with modification. Okay? So I'm going to show you my settings that I use if I were to play a single player game in Dead End, as is conceptualized by, myself and the group that I play with. And I'm just going to show you how to survive or not in Dead End. So let's get into it. Let's set this thing up, huh? So we're going to go into the new game and give it a name. Dead End. G7. Dead End. Okay. Now these pre-gen maps work wonderful, and I personally like this one. But for this initial series, I'm going to put it on the default Navigaine map. If I do another one of these, maybe I will just do the pre-gen, because I like those because it can be kind of fun. So we're going to go to the default Navigaine map, and we're going to play Dead End in Navigaine. All right. And once I talk to my buddies and stuff, I could be more specific on, the different mods and stuff that we use. But as he developed the list, I want to make sure that, it's all good that I share that. Because, it's just courtesy. But I will, refer to a few of the things that we use and stuff like that in process. So if you really don't want to wait until I get the permission, feel free to go install things into the Romero mod, because that's what the base is on this. All right. Um, so what we're going to do, I'm going to make mine not listed because I'm never going to have any other players. Drop this down to that. I'm going to leave this at default, 24-hour cycle default. This, leaving it default. Okay. Now, the Romero mod should have a couple of tweaks to have this to always be walk, right? Could be a little hinky with the way it works from one server to another. So in setting up this game, I'm going to set all of these to walk, because that is one of the things that we actually like. And walking zombies with what we have set up in here is perfectly terrifying enough. Okay? Because zombies are not necessarily the antagonists in a zombie survival game, at least in the style that we play. They are an environmental hazard, one that can be avoided as long as you're not stupid. You only die from zombies when you're stupid, right? Okay. Uh, for this playthrough, I'm going to turn up the XP just for, so we can level a bit faster on camera and all that. So we're going to pump that up. Make sure this stuff. We thought that we had the Horde Knight disabled because we have Wandering Hordes. I'm going to leave the 7-day Horde on, um, because the mods themselves don't actually disable that, apparently, which is fine with me. But I'm just saying, if you don't want to have a horde night with the settings that we would have, you would flip it to disabled when you first set up your game. Okay? But I want to keep the default setting because I kind of enjoy horde night, even with all the wandering hordes and shit that we'll see. We'll throw this into advanced. I don't change any of these ever, really. I will like to pump up the loot abundance for the playthrough because, it's a little more entertaining the more shit that you get. I'm going to leave this loot respawn and chunk reset. Everything of this is pretty much going to be on default. I will, however, with this drop on death, if you die in the settings that we have, your character resets. Period. Your character resets. And I believe the way that we have it set up, you will drop your backpack, but that's for the intention of your party picking it up. That character is essentially dead. This is kind of like our version of permadeath if you fuck up. All of your skills get reset, and you only have the 4 skill points that you come out of the tutorial with. So, yeah, you don't want to die in this game. You're going to lose all your shit that's on your person because if it's not on your person, it won't be. Since I'm going to be playing by myself, I'm not just going to drop shit when I die. I'm deleting everything. Okay? And that's to simulate, the rest of my party taking my shit. So even if I'm a level 40 character at some point and I die, anything that's on my person, it's gone. And I will come back into the game naked. And I shouldn't come back to a backpack. We may have to verify at some point, but I shouldn't come back to a backpack because that shit will be gone. I should only be able to respawn near my bed or at world spawn if I don't have a bed. Okay. I do like to have the airdrops on because it does simulate, like other people are alive somewhere and trying to take care of people in whatever town you're in. And we don't need to worry about anything in the multiplayer. This is perfectly fine. Leave as is. So we're going to go into Navigaine. I'm going to play some Dead End. Let's let it render in. Do the tutorial. And, get to the trader. So I'll try to give you all some tips as we're going along. I don't know if I'm very good at this yet. I've done a few things on YouTube, a few gameplays, stuff like that. And I am pretty good at a few games. But I don't know if I'm a good entertainer or not yet, so please bear with me. And I appreciate your patience. If you like what I'm putting down, though, hit me up with that like and subscribe. Or if you think that I'm just way out in left field, feel free to put it in the comments. It all helps the algorithm. Seriously, though, if you do have a suggestion or anything like that, feel free to put it in the comments. And I do take, all things as, constructive, unless they're meant otherwise. Um, and I'm totally cool with dealing with that kind of thing, but don't be dicks to each other in my comments. Just don't do that. I don't like it, and you won't like it if I won't like something on the net. Moving on. So we are in our tutorial here in Navigaine. We have all these cool settings. We have this POI over here. We do have a couple of mods for the UI that are, giving us some cool little graphics and some things to look at. So whether I'm playing vanilla, 7 Days to Die, or our modified here, I always start and I clear up my bar and get rid of this shit. And I just pop everything up in here. I move this healing item over to the slot 5 because I like to have it. And I'll just toss this up in here for now. um, and that's just my personal preference. If you prefer a controller with this game, it absolutely works and it works fine. And I generally like to play controller in a lot of the games that I play today because I'm getting old and sometimes I just want to kick back. But I'm pretty experienced with mouse and keyboard, and this game plays much better if you can utilize the mouse and keyboard. But if that's any kind of issue, no shame, and use your damn controller because it's a great game. Okay, so we just looted a car, grabbed this backpack. Ooh, spear off the rip. That's amazing. And a potato. A few potatoes. Cool. In a survival game, any advantage is a good advantage, right? So we're going to take those when we can. You always want to make sure, especially in the beginning of the game, we don't have a lot of capacity. So while you can loot everything, you need to learn real fast what's important, what's not. There's no zombies around right now because in the tutorial phase of the game, there won't be any like hordes and stuff wandering around. If I was to say go into that POI right now, yeah, I'd probably see a couple zombies, maybe even a dog if they have one on premises, but we're not going to do that yet. I may raid the house here in a second. So for those of you who haven't even played the vanilla game, we're going to get on this tutorial and I'm going to start punching some grass. We do have a mod that with most of the plants, I can just pick them up. Um, but, you still, for whatever reason, have to punch grass. And I'm going to continue punching this grass just for a couple seconds so I get a couple more materials because I know I'm going to need them. Um, so I'm just going to come out to the road and I'm going to craft my bed. Craft it, right? So we got the bedroll. We put it anywhere we want to down here. And, we're just going to throw it out here in the middle of the road. And leave that there for now. Now you see all the cool little icons out here. That's telling you where the shit is that you're going to need. In the upper right of my screen, there may be a graphic on there right now. I kind of forget. But there is a little list right now telling you what I need to do the next task. And we'll get into a bit more of that as we play the game. Um, and I'm giving tips and stuff. But this was essentially, it'll let you know when you got all the shit to craft what you're crafting next because it's being tracked. When you're in this tutorial, it will do some stuff on autopilot. If you're out in the real world, yes, it will track the materials that you gathered, but they won't highlight like this is done for you here. So this is kind of a tutorial only functionality of the tracking system, but the tracking system is very, very good, right? So we'll go here. Uh, yeah, and see it has that little exclamation point too to kind of keep you in line. So you need an axe and craft it. My utility, I like to put to the right side of my bar, my weapons to the left. My healing items somewhere in the center, or, stamina, that kind of stuff. I do have a couple books right now, so I'm going to read those right off the rip. Make sure my inventory space stays clear. And it just told me I need to make some pants. I already gathered the materials for it, so let's make some pants so we ain't naked no more. Craft them. So now we want to wear the pants. We go like this, wear the pants. That's good. Now we need a proper weapon. I've actually already found a proper weapon, but this is part of the tutorial. So let's go take our happy little axe and go get us some wood. Now, depending on the setting that you're playing in, it's probably a good idea to always, I'm going to pick that up right now. This is a nest, and they're very important. They got eggs and shit. I'm going to actually start with the stump. And the reason I'm starting at the stump is there's a possibility of me getting honey, and if you get infected, it's one of the quickest and earliest antibiotics that you can get in game for the zombie infection, which will kill you if not cured in 7 days. Right? Okay, so we got a shit ton of wood. Well, a sufficient amount of wood to do our wood club. We're gonna craft it. I have this other thing, so I don't need that. So I'm going to go ahead and scrap that wooden club right away. Now we need to make bows and arrows. These are useful at any stage in the game. Craft it. How many arrows can I make? I think, oh, well, I'm going to need more small stone anyway, so just do the minimum. And I will put this down into my weapon slot, wherever I want to over here. I normally like to have a melee weapon, then a ranged weapon, especially early in game. So that's what we'll do. Now we want to craft a couple of these building blocks. One in specific, but I'm going to want a few. I want at least 10. Well, I don't have the wood for it. But I will want 6. We'll gather some more wood. Like that. And I'm going to just choppy this tree while I'm thinking about it, so that I have wood. There's a couple of materials that if you see it, especially in the early game, if it's available, you just want it, because it'll stack a lot. So if you see it, you want it, and that's wood and stone. And it's still a late game item, but you want it. Now, it probably put a seed into my inventory. I think that a pine cone. We could plant the pine seed, and I will do that right now just to demonstrate it, because we should always, replant our shit, because you never know when you're going to run out of resources. So, boom, we got a tree, right? So if you chop it, replant it. It doesn't have to be right there, but, replant it so it's available when you don't need it. Hey, instead, there's a rock. So I wanted that rock. It's telling me right now to place one of those building blocks that I made. I'm going to come over here to my bed. I'm going to place it in the street. Now it's going to tell me to upgrade the frame, and you go over to your axe that also serves a dual function to upgrade your stuff. But you don't want to hit the damn thing like I just did. It's right click to upgrade and repair. Okay? And now it's telling me I can't upgrade it further right now because I don't have any cobblestone. And now we need to build a campfire, and I need some stones to build the campfire. And I don't think that there's any more around here, because I may have already picked them up. Alright, cool. I can now craft a knife, which is going to be very important, especially for my build, because this is truly my primary melee and the type of builds that I like to play. Okay, so I'm going to pull this over here, because when feasible, and once I start putting points in, I will prefer the knife over the spear, but the spear has more reach. But we now have a knife, and you want to harvest any bodies and shit that you see out, because you're going to need animal fat and a couple of other materials like this nitrate to do shit. So back to stone. There's a stone. This big rock is a lot of stone. Let's break it. We only need 5 to build our fire, but just like we did with the wood, I'm going to take out this whole thing of stone, especially early game, when we don't have a lot of these zombies running around, so that I can, have some on me always. Now, I should be able to make some more arrows here in a second too, plus build my fire and get ready for my first primary quest, get out of the tutorial, and go off to my trader. There we go. Just this part left. You might think this is just busy work, but trust me, you're going to want all the rocks and all the wood you can find. And that's in vanilla. Everything else you can, buy or upgrade eventually. Now, since we just harvested that entire rock, here's some iron. I'm not going to mess around with this right now. Wait, actually, I am. Because there could be a little point, because we have a mod for the scrap iron tool line, which is, partially between the bone or uh, stone weapons and the iron weapons. So it's a nice little tech upgrade that's relatively cheap to make and stuff once you've got the skill books in that to make them. And they can effectively help you, jump a little bit in tech level in this game. So, yeah. So we're not going to go digging into this, but, that's how you would mine. Now I'm going to open up my map because if you see like a couple of these big squares, and I believe this brown one would be another iron spot. This gray should be stone. This white is nitrate. And there's a blue one that I honestly forget what it is off the top of my head. But if I see it, I'll open up the map and I'll show you. There's like oil shale out there in the world and coal. Coal is black. And it's like these little dots. So this is kind of important because if there was like a resource that I wanted to go grab and I can see my map, I could say right click on it, set up a quick waypoint, and I can go to that resource. Your map is a super, super powerful tool. You can go into like saving waypoints, put little icons on it, do a bunch of shit. Your map is a very, very powerful and good tool in this game. We don't need this, so remove it. So we're going to finally come back over here and we're going to build our fire. And this will complete our tutorial. And we'll find out where the trader is from our spot. And if you look up, you see the time of day is like 11:45 and a bunch of other things. I've set all my zombies to walk, right? At night in vanilla, which starts at 2200, the zombies would change their behavior, become runners or whatever else speed and stuff kind of things that you have set. That's not going to happen to me. The zombies are always going to maintain their walk speed. Okay? But I'm saying that I don't have exactly the same type of time constraint that if you're playing either vanilla or not changed the walk and run settings in your game, I don't necessarily have to worry about from that point of view. But I do worry about it from just the point of view of I don't want to get ate the fuck up. And there are more zombies, I think, that show up at night, but like I was saying, if you don't do anything stupid, you're fine. Let's build this fire. Craft it. We'll put it down here. And here. Boom. Now we have like 4 skill points. We know where the trader is, and it's way the fuck over there. Alright. Because in most games, you want to get to the trader as fast as possible so you can start doing missions and start, prepping up for the next horde. Well, we have wandering hordes and a bunch of other things, and so the 7-day horde for me is kind of more of a bonus. You'll see. But, so we might do a couple other things. So we're going to open up the skill doohickey and we're going to spend some skill points. If you focus your build is going to be overall more powerful. Period. End of story. I'm personally partial to the agility tree. And that's because I like to use the knife and it does, bleed damage and a bunch of other things. And the reason behind that is, with the way that we have the mods installed, it's pretty much headshots only to kill the zombies. Yeah, but the bleed damage still procs. So when I'm hitting a bleed, it's still going to do its bleed damage. Normal damage outside of a headshot is only doing 1 HP. Okay? So I like the bleed damage. It isn't massive by any means. I think at highest it goes up to maybe like 5 or 6 points per tick. And by the game stage that you're doing it, that's not really a lot. But every little bit helps if you aren't hitting the head. And I like the agility tree because you got the run and gun, the parkour, and I like to use a lot of the guns and even pick up some archery skills and stealth and that kind of shit. Um, so what I do off the rip, generally, my first 4 points, I bump this to 3. I come over to deep cuts because that, what I was saying, is going to be my primary skill, right? There's my Uber advantage. You want to call it that in the beginning of the game. Now, what will go from here is, a couple more points here in agility, and then I have a couple of single point bangers that I'm going to want to put in, and then we'll totally focus the build in agility for a while, and then I'll go into whatever other trees I see fit. But I could have also gone, because we found that awesome spear, I could have, gone into, done the same thing with perception and picked up the next thing in the spears. Where spears decrease, the stamina use of using the spear itself, and do more overall damage. But the thing is, especially in this style that we're playing in, headshots, if you hit the headshot right, it's just gonna fucking kill the zombie. It's not gonna matter what weapon you're using. If the headshot is right on target, they die. You only run into problems when you get swarmed and surrounded and you've got multiple headshots to make sure that you're getting before you get ate up, right? So that's just my personal preference. I got a buddy that loves to use a spear and owns with the spear, and that's simply because he's on point uh, with his stabs to the dome. But another friend, actually two of them, who like to use the stun baton, shock the shit out of them, and half the time it still takes off their head, right? But the important thing is that it's all about the headshots. So do headshots. Um, but we have like skills, and a lot of these are governed by different books we'll find out in the wild. Okay? That's both crafting skills and weapon use skills. And they have a few perks that you can unlock as you're going through and doing a bunch of other things. And you'll see as we game how some of this comes into play. I'm just trying to give you the overview for anybody that um, is new to 7 days on the whole, not just, the dead end concept here. And these are all your crafting skills. And remember, I was talking about the scrap iron. It's that nice in between. And those are the number of books we need to find to get to that tier. So with the scrap iron knives, for example, blades. See, I'm going to need some knife guys, right? And if I start finding these deep cuts books, that'll boost my loot odds for finding that knife guy. So this is the tiers that we want to move up into, right? We got a lot of books to find. All right. So we have our trader off that way, and we have this house here. We don't care about darkness. And this could... that's a bit farther from the trader, so we don't want to set that one up yet. We do have a zombie over here. Single zombie. Nope. Nope. Uh, but see, that ate a lot of my stamina because I'm not specialized in the spear. The spear has a bit more reach, but it's currently not as powerful as a weapon for me. So I'll probably use my little bone knife here more than I'll use that spear. But it's nice to have. Bird's nest. Eggs, yes. So we're going to need to start worrying about food and water, right? So I'm going to loot up out here. I am not actually going to go into this POI, not because I'm scared of anything in here, but we are going to steadily make our way over to the trader so that we can potentially get some better food, start establishing a food supply to start working towards, right? So I may loot the outsides of some POIs on the way down. And see, we have that nice little mod to grab goodies and stuff. I'm going to grab some of this shit while I'm here. Chrysanthemum we can make some teas out of. Cloth we can make bandages out of. Even at base. And, you know, we got stuff. See, I'm already technically over encumbered. Now, that's not too bad being too down, but for every bit that you're over encumbered, it's it can be detrimental to like your stamina and your health regen, a few other things. We're still only seeing like single wandering zombies. I assure you that is not gonna stay true forever. Oh shit, I forgot. Yeah, we wanted arrows. Oh, can I already make this scrap iron? Okay, beautiful. See, we're already gonna have an awesome jump in tech right here. So, scrap iron arrow. Craft them. That's a beautiful thing. Cool. What do you have? Give it me. 4. All right. Um, bring you back down. Go with this. Iron flesh. Where's my stone? Do I not have any? Oh, there it is. We'll go ahead and throw this on here, and that way we're not too bad. Yep. Awesome. Ah, okay. So now we're just keeping ourselves out of encumbrance. Use it. Have it. I don't really care about single zombies. What you do want to be sure that you're not doing is kind of what I'm doing right now, but I am also on the road. Um, you can burn through a lot of stamina if you just hold down shift. You can burn through a lot of food and water if you just hold down shift. So you really want to be sure that your husbanding your stamina. Body. Beautiful. Van. I heard a zombie. Grab it. Where are you? I haven't got good enough to know which zombie it is by sound, but all right. I'm just gonna step into the parking lot. See, this is a tier three place. Probably got some goodies in it. I don't want to fuck with it right now. The smell, I'm gonna keep from following me. Damn it. See? Level 1 bone knife. Just took out one of the zombies. And oh shit, he had friends. And that music generally means there's probably quite a few zombies around. The good thing is that, at this stage in the game, if I was to lose it all, it's not going to be too detrimental. But I'd prefer not to die and lose it all. Especially this quick after I started the game. Right? Oh, there's a van and a zombie. Gotta stop getting distracted. Nope. Bye. See, the zombies in this style of play are really, really meant for to just keep you moving. That's it. I could have engaged all those zombies. And the way that I build my characters, I think I'd have won. Make sure I've got the proper arrows loaded for when I need them. I may actually just sell this spear. Not because it's bad, but because it's not really that good in my hands, and it can provide me with, you know, food, some drinks, or a pot. I don't know. Whatever this trader has available. I'm pretty sure that the default, like, first trader in Navezgane is going to be a Trader Joel. It could change every once in a while, but we'll find out. Okay. My food and water levels are okay right now, but let's see. What do we have here? If you're playing with multiple people, you should really decide who needs what books when. Um, And lots of skill crossover is great, but you also always want to ensure that you are um, covering all the skills that you want to cover. Oh, come on, rabbit. Hold still. That's fine. I'm a decent shot with the bow, but the small animals are a real pain in the ass to hit. So a lot of times, especially early game, you're better off if you can scavenge and scrounge for food versus trying to hunt, unless you are presented with a really good opportunity and you really catch, say, a rabbit or chicken unawares. The only thing with our particular mod list is we tend to not see as many deer um, because zombies are eating them, apparently. Uh, so just bear that in mind. Um, and not that there's not deer in the world, but you're just going to really have to look for them. Ah, I hate the fucking business, dude. I really do. I'm just trying to get to the trader. Can I be left alone? Car. If you do happen to see a police car out there, um, there are lockpicks available in the world, but use caution if you decide it's a good idea to just break down a police car. Now, this is a biker. They have a helmet. They are beefy. We're going to try to take the biker down with a bone knife. Okay? There we go. Right? Now, that businessman, they ain't shit to me. They're over there. Neither was this biker, really. I could have bypassed them. But see, they're starting to swarm up, and they're going to keep me moving. Even just walking around. Now, in a lot of playthroughs, the trader has, hours of operation and stuff like that. We didn't really like that even when we were playing just vanilla. So the traders are open all the time. And we did play for a while where like the trader was totally safe. I.e., you could hold up there 24 hours a day and not have to worry about shit because the zombies couldn't destroy the trader's home. And, you know, so you could just cheese it, right? Well, that's not dead end. So there's now things in place that, yes, the trader is open for 24 hours. And we have access to the traders for 24 hours. The trader will not die, but their compound, everything around them, um, all their shit that they own, it can be destroyed. And you can be eaten. So, you know, maintain vigilance. Something else is so good deal. Maintain vigilance when you're at the trader. If you can, do not do what I'm doing. Make sure that you are not over encumbered. I'm decently close to the trader. And I'm pretty experienced with the game at this point. Not saying I'm an expert, but don't um, don't take for granted on when or when not you're safe. So when you do hit this point, there's this nice little button that will only loot things that can stack. So, right? So that'll visually show you and give you an opportunity to really pick and choose what you're bringing in to your stuff. Just click on that button instead of either the loot all button or hitting R for loot all. All right, so this is a compound, and currently there's no zombies around this side that I can see. But whether you have turned on feral sense or haven't turned on feral sense, the way that the map, see, it's inside the fucking compound. In vanilla, that does not happen. So there's probably already a hole somewhere in this compound that's letting them in that they have beat down. Right? So we're gonna go up here. I'm gonna sell some shit. I'm gonna loot him for everything I can. Yes, it is. I see the inventory. All right. So W. At this stage in the game, we just want to sell shit mostly. I can't do that. This, I don't recommend eating that. This will keep because it would just piss off one of my friends, and I'm getting rid of it. So I'm gonna keep it. Um, yeah, these we'll have to keep. This we're gonna sell most of it. This we'll keep for now so that we can make some bandages, electric parts, and be a little bit more picky and choosy with some of these. There you go. We don't really have anything that requires a repair kit as of yet. I can get 148 dukes for those, so I'm gonna sell them. And that gave us already like that much money. All right, I'm gonna loot this dude for all his stuff. So, give it me. Uh, use it. All right. At Trader Joel's, this is a little secret. There we go. Wait. Uh, we're gonna wear those. I'm not wearing any shoes yet. I am now. Ooh, I wear that. Cool. Grab this. And we'll read all those in just a second. I'm just trying to. Yes, got some cooking magazines. I'm probably gonna have to send the pumpkin back to him. I'm not even gonna take that. Corn, sell it for now. Yes, got some coal. Oh, come here. Can I get a toilet pistol? No, that's all right. Pretty good haul. Let's go here. Let's read all the books. And like I say, if you're playing single player, just read every book that you find. Uh, in a lot of POIs that you go into, there will be these keys or key boxes. If you go up to a door and it says locked, you can't do anything about it. It won't let you unlock. This actually took me like 2 play sessions when I first started playing this game to figure that shit out. So I'm not calling anybody dumb here. All right? There's these key rings, normally next to or somewhere within real close proximity to that door. Go click it, and you out. Now, once that door is open, you can't reclose it. So keep that in mind for like if you want to take over POI. So you'll have to destroy that door and rig up a new system. But there you go. All right, grab that stuff. If you do come across containers out in the wild, you can always store there for the most part. And depending on your refresh, it's just, it has to go for X amount of days without player interaction. All right. So there's storage all over the damn place. Keep that in mind. You just got to remember where it is, and you can mark your map accordingly if you need to do that. And I have done that. Give me the mushrooms. Guess the pumpkins. God, I'm overloaded, and there are zombies coming. Into the trader. Ah, there's the hole. Damn it. And this is probably a horde. All right. Remember what I was just saying? All right. Because, sad fact is, if I die right now, I'm going to lose everything that's on me, but I won't lose that shit that's in the truck. God damn. And mind you, these are walking zombies. And this is what you have to put up with when you go to the trader. And maybe a level 2 or 3 now. So, when you go into the trader, ensure that all the doors are closed. It won't stop the zombies for long, but, you know, make sure the doors are closed. All right. Now I see the inventory. Oh, God, I put everything out in the damn truck. So I'll go grab that in a second. Let's see what the jobs are. Fetch, fetch. Clear, clear. I'm gonna go off to the mushroom mining company, but let's go grab our shit from our temporary storage and finish looting up out here, which I was interrupted in. So rudely, fucking spider. Seriously? Yes. Yes, it is that hardcore. I don't know why some people in the community are like, oh, the zombies need to run and, you know, um, need to have all this craziness. No, no, you don't. Oh, I didn't even realize that I'm fucking injured already. We'll take care of that in a second. Hopefully. Okay, truck's on the other side. Jesus. Stop. Oh, see? See here? Uh, mm, um, hmm. Let's see your inventory. Uh, Am I really gonna have to fight right now? Probably. With a damn butter knife, low level, at the trader. Jesus. Fucking Mo. Come on in. I ain't even got a chance to level up yet. Spider. And these things suck. And I'm infected. Oh, and because of the whole trader protection, you can't fill this hole. Okay? I'm a solo player. I normally have my buddies outside keeping guard when I'm playing with these settings. Uh, uh, uh. Holy fuck. Good. Pumpkin. This is freaking terrifying. Gotta love it. Yeah, maybe. Let me the fuck out of here. You see this? Welcome to Dead End. There is no rest. None. In a last playthrough, I kind of lived out in the street for a few days. Like, literally. I don't think I took my original bedroll. That's fine. I don't think I'm going to put one down here either. Go like this. I'm going to make a chest. Uh, Bedroll. Storage chest. Craft two of them. Go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Go like that. Ha. Okay. I need that. Need some food. I don't have any honey yet. So I'll have to see to that in a second. We do have some water on us. I'm gonna drink both. We're braided. Uh, so we're gonna grab that. All right. Oh, did I leave the wood? Because we do need to carry the wood and stone on us always. Remember? And stone. I'll grab that. Where'd my wood go? Oh, I put it in already. I'm actually going to grab the coal for a specific purpose here in a second. And that. Do I have any stone? Am I just missing it? Take the iron with us because... Oh, yeah, I put the stone on my damn bar. Okay. Now, let's try to run back in here and see if I can buy a cook pot so I can start purifying some water, right? That would be real nice. Got another couple skill points. Great. That's wonderful. Now I see the inventory. See what I mean? Son of a bitch. And I don't know if this stopped the bleeding. It did. Okay. So that's wonderful. You spider. You. What the hell? Oh, I'm at one hit point. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Wow. Good Lord. Hmm. I would kind of see anybody's hardcore zombie survival game That's tempting right now, but no. Uh, I'm buying that right now. Okay. Now, what do we have left? 184. Uh, mm, that's 10. That's 10. It's 5 health. Chicken soup might actually be pretty decent in the circumstance, so that's what I'm going to buy. I do think that I have a couple eggs, so let's do a campfire, craft it, and let's get um, this son of a bitch right on here right now. Pop you on. Stick you in there for now. Let me see. We've got some eggs that I can't really cook right now. We can make a couple purified waters. And yeah. Let's see. So we can get back a little bit of health from the eggs. Hmm. So we want the water. We can do two of them. How long is that going to take? Like a minute. Don't need that much. I don't even need that much. Literally need that. All right. So we can take these couple waters with us. And next time, we'll go do the tier one clear of a mine. Welcome to Dead End. Hopefully, you can see. I mean, I just got out of the tutorial, and I almost got 8. I'm infected. We just instituted a rule that if you get infected, you are going to die. It takes 7 days for the infection to kill you. And that's just a gentlemanly rule, right? Um, so yeah, come along for this ride. It should be entertaining at the very least. Um, all props to my friends at Atomic Ninja Studios for developing the Dead End setting in and of itself. you know, getting me into this game, into this 7 Days to Die, and kind of making that jumble happen. I mean, it's fucking awesome. So, until next time, when we go into episode 2, I'm FNG007. Like, subscribe for more comment. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment. Feel free to, make suggestions and all that kind of shit. Um, that's pretty much it. So, game on, have fun.